70 degrees.
Thanks, Jill. 7:33 here on the Talk of the Town, Talk 100.7 FM. It is Jason Aiello, Rocco LaDuca, Mark Wilbur in studio. The full strength of the team, Alex in the production booth. And as always around this time, Congresswoman Claudia Tenney joining us here on the Talk of the Town. I have the Hail to the Chief music, Claudia, because we hear that you might hear some rustling around as you get ready. I think you're moving moving your way to the White House this morning, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So
what's going on there?
Official music.
Well, a meeting.
A meeting. That's it.
A
That's
meeting.
all we're getting.
One of these surreptitious activities that people do.
Yeah. Not exactly at the White House. Trying to get into the White House is like you have to go through. It's like going through the gauntlet just to get through and get in.
But Trump's not there right now. He's in New York City, correct?
I think so. I'm not meeting with him.
Oh, okay.
He's going to be at an event Thursday that I'll see him at. There's like a roundtable discussion and another event. So. And
he's got to have a sit down with Rod Rosenstein.
Yeah, you're not meeting with him today, are you?
No. That's later in the day. But he's actually there are a number of people on the Made in America initiative that are coming into town, and some of the trade issues they're going to be coming in. So
cool, which affects us here locally. I know you've pushed for that and Sherrill Manufacturing.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be. Hopefully, there's good news. Yes.
Oh, it's good.
Wait, hopefully there will be good news?
No, I think she's talking.
Yeah, no, there is good news. I just can't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
Claudia, I just want to ask you something quickly. There's two women senators that are very critical on the vote for Kavanaugh or vote not to vote for Kavanaugh. Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins. Do you know either one of them personally at all? And I'm just curious what they're like if you actually know those people.
I've met them both a couple times. I don't know them well, though. They're not really active for, like our women's groups and things like that. So hey, can you hang on 1 second?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
That's all right. No, we knew that.
Hang on 1 minute.
Sure.
You would
play the White House music.
Hold on here. I don't want to give away any secrets. Turn it on here.
I'm going because I don't want you guys to know. I'm just kidding.
I know. I
don't want us to know. You're going to turn off the directions.
I turned the phone down.
You turned the phone down. No.
I did.
I don't know them personally. I mean, they seem like nice women. They're not part of our. I've just never. I mean, maybe they are. They're very busy. I just haven't met them at any of our. Am I still with you guys?
Yep, you're here.
Oh yeah, I've just never met them at any of the events. We do have a women's caucus. We have our women's congressional softball team. I know Shelley Moore Capita is on our. She's the senator from West Virginia. Kirsten Gillibrand's on our team. Senator Klobuchar, she comes to some of our events. So it's hard to get them. Everybody's so busy; it's sometimes hard to get them together. But you don't like people who are really conservative aren't going to like to hear this. But tomorrow is Debbie Wasserman Schultz's birthday, so she invited me to her birthday party tomorrow. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it, but
Debbie invited you to her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
If I've been, yeah, of course. She's on my team. I've worked with her a lot on appropriations.
When you say on your team, you mean on your softball team?
She's on our softball team, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, she's a good player. She's very good. She's been really helpful to us on getting a lot of resources on the appropriations for Rome Lab, for example, getting the perimeter fence and some of the things we've worked with. So when people talk about and the news media gets hysterical about how everybody's at each other's throats, there's a lot of work going on. There's a lot of bipartisanship. And one of my friends said to me one day, it's really hard to hate someone when you're looking them in the eye, when you actually get to know them and you know who they are and what they stand for, and you can respectfully disagree. And I feel like there's a lot of us that do that, and it's just, I think the media likes to gin up this whole thing that we don't get along somehow. And it's just simply not true. I mean, there are certain people, there's a lot of grandstanding for people running for president when they get on these committees. But generally, I find that the atmosphere is so much more professional than, for example, the New York State Assembly, where, the Democrats have the one-party rule and they really are very arrogant and have no real interest in working with Republicans unless they have to on the Senate side. And we get a lot of bills passed. We have a lot of people that work with us.
Well, I think you better go to that birthday party, Claudia, just to keep on good terms with her. In case you have some more issues come up that you need her.
Claudia, and I know this was
anyway, back to that. I mean, there's things like I mean, our freshman class, and I'm actually the co-chair of the entertainment committee with Lisa Blunt Rochester, who's a Democrat from.
Oh, movie night.
We do stuff like when there's a big sporting event or some special event, we'll do like a little party for the freshman class. So we all signed a commitment to civility. All but 3 Democrats signed it. I know you've heard me talk about this before, but it's great. We get together, we work on bills. So all my bills that I put out on the floor, unless it's like really district specific where they don't want you to have somebody else on it, or it's a bill because it's really local, or it's like an amendment in a committee process or something. All the bills that I draft and do myself all have a Democrat on them. I don't introduce them unless they do. And good news, my bill on opioids looks like made the Senate package, so it's going to get passed. This is the one that talks about the payment protection and making sure that we're not pushing people into through government incentives, through Medicaid, Medicare, pushing them into opioid pain relief instead of moving into non-opioid based alternatives, because it's such an addiction problem in our community. So I'm really excited about that happening. So that's really another bill that I get, and the OD will say that I don't have any bills again, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's something you started months ago, I believe.
I have presidential pens to prove it. One of which I promised I would save for Rocco. If I get enough of them, I'll save one for Rocco.
There you go. Well, I think we had a few questions still about this Kavanaugh confirmation. I think Rocco was trying to get to that. I wanted to get your reaction to Rachel Mitchell later on. But Rocco, go ahead. You throw.
Yeah, obviously, I think last week we got a little sidetracked, and I know we wanted to talk about Brett Kavanaugh. So here we are as they're getting ready to have Brett Kavanaugh and Dr. Ford on tomorrow to testify in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and then I believe there's the plan is to then, if everything goes forward as normal, is to vote on it on his nomination on Friday. So what's your thought on how this process has unfolded and the allegations that Ms. Ford have brought out against Brett Kavanaugh? I know previously you stood by very firmly in support of Brett Kavanaugh. So what are your thoughts on how this is where we currently are with this situation as far as the allegations against the judge?
Yeah, first of all, I'll restate what I said. Sexual assault is very serious. As a lawyer, and I did a lot of work in family court, as Mark knows. I even had some of Mark's old clients out there when he couldn't show up. They had a conflict since he was the law clerk to our former judge.
Yep, he did.
It's very serious. It's a serious allegation. I have worked with a lot of women who are in that position, and even men. Men are victims as well. And I think the YWCA is going to be coming up with their Take Back the Night, which deals with a lot of either sexual assault, sexual rape. It's a really important night where people have an opportunity to talk about their terrible situation, what they may have experienced. And I've met a lot of people through those Take Back the Nights, which is really touching tribute. But anyway, it's very serious. But the only thing that concerns me is I think we need to, even though I think that this woman should have come out 12 years ago if she was really serious. I think that Dianne Feinstein, and maybe she's gotten caught in the political process. So what's really unfortunate is I think both this person who alleges to be a victim and also Brett Kavanaugh, I think they personally and their families have become victims in this political process. They become in the middle of it. And I don't know if she really wanted to come forward. Now she's got to come forward. So I think they both have the right to be heard in this case, even though it's not a public trial or anything. But, the people want to judge them for their credibility on the allegations. I do think it's a little suspect that it came in so late. She didn't bring it up 12 years ago when he was before the Senate for arguably the second most important court in the country, which is the D.C. Circuit Court. And there was no discussion then. And I do think a lot of this is a little suspect. And now there's people coming in and they're saying there's, his yearbook and a lot of these unsubstantiated claims. But, I think personally on his record, I don't think anyone can say that he is not qualified as a judicial mind, someone who has over 300 decisions, which is really a lot of decisions for 12 years in such an important court. I think we should be, we've had a chance to go through and analyze his decisions. I think there was a lot of histrionics that went on during the hearing, more about presidential hopefuls than about really Judge Kavanaugh's record. And I think it's all, I